Welcome back to Sage Advice. And if you're new, hey there, you've just stumbled into something life changing. Buckle up because today we're diving into something deep, real, and all too relatable. Let's get into it. Ever felt like someone was trying to humiliate you, break your spirit, make you doubt yourself? What if I told you that wasn't just coincidence? It was a calculated attack set in motion way before you even saw it coming. This, my friend, is spiritual warfare, a tactical attempt to crush your confidence, steal your joy, and dismantle your purpose. It's not just personal, it's intentional. The enemy studies you, waits for an opening, then strikes, using people, circumstances, and even your own past against you. How do I know? Because I lived it. The hidden war, when spiritual attacks show up in the physical. Most people don't even realize they're in a war. Ever seen those old cartoons where there's an angel and devil whispering in someone's ear? That's not just a gag. There's a real battle going on between good and evil. And here's the hard truth. You're either fighting for the right side or being used by the wrong one. There's no neutral ground. The enemy loves using people, family, friends, co-workers, even strangers, to attack your weaknesses. Ever been betrayed, publicly humiliated, lost everything for no reason? That's not just life happening, that's warfare. The Bible says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." Ephesians 6:12. This is Christ's kingdom versus Satan's world. There's no middle ground. The question is, are you under attack or are you unknowingly playing a part in someone else's? Because let's be real, the enemy's mission is simple: steal, kill, destroy. And if you think seeking revenge is going to make you stronger, guess what? You've already fallen into his trap. And one of his oldest, most destructive tactics, the humiliation ritual. The humiliation ritual. What is it and why it's done? Picture this. You're doing your own thing, staying in your lane, minding your own business, when suddenly the target's on your back. You don't know why, you don't know how, but out of nowhere, people turn on you. You're lied on, mocked, shamed, ridiculed, and always in front of an audience. And that's the point, isn't it? To break you, to make you question yourself, to strip you of your confidence, your dignity, your very essence. Sound familiar? It should. This tactic is ancient. It's been used for centuries on leaders, truth seekers, visionaries, and if you're experiencing this, congratulations, you must be powerful. What is a humiliation ritual? A spiritual and psychological attack designed to silence you, strip you of your identity, and keep you from stepping into your destiny. Who does this? People vibrating at their lowest frequency, driven by envy, resentment, and sometimes straight up evil. Why you? Because your light irritates their demons. Because they see something in you that they lack or fear. And last and sad truth, because they would rather tear you down than to elevate themselves. Signs you're in the middle of a humiliation ritual. Public humiliation. You're put on display and torn apart. Smear campaigns, lies and gossip designed to destroy your reputation. Isolation and rejection. The sudden, unexplained cold shoulder. Opportunities vanishing. Doors closing for no logical reason. Constant attacks, like something is out to get you. It's ruthless, calculated, and meant to make you forget who you are. And I know this because I lived it. Personal story time. When humiliation breaks confidence. The first time I felt true soul-crushing humiliation was when I was just a kid. The person leading the charge was my own mother. Let me paint the scene for you. It was after school. I was surrounded by my classmates, other students, people that barely even knew my name. And then there she was, my mother. She pulled up in her car, screaming bloody murder, her broken English and Spanish gibberish slicing through the air. Every head turned, every eye on me. Why? Because I wasn't home when she wanted me to be. That was my crime. I stood there frozen, wishing that the earth would swallow me whole. The shame unbearable. The secondhand embarrassment from the onlookers, soul-crushing. And that was just one incident. Humiliation wasn't just an occasional slip-up in my household. It was a sport. My mother despised me. My siblings would join in, laughing at my pain, feeding off of my shame. And the irony, they wouldn't last a day in my shoes. But here's the thing. At the time, I thought this was just a toxic family dynamic, or that I was just unlucky. But now I know better. This wasn't just dysfunction, this was a spiritual attack, a calculated, targeted effort to break me, to crush my confidence, strip me of my worth, and to keep me small. And for a long time, it worked. But that's the thing about spiritual warfare. Once you see it for what it is, you could then fight back. Understanding the enemy, who's doing the devil's bidding. Most people don't realize that they're being used as pawns in a war that they can't even see. The enemy doesn't need to show up in horns and a pitchfork. He works through people you know, family, friends, co-workers, even strangers on the street. All it takes is a seed of envy, resentment, or insecurity, and suddenly they're no longer acting from their own spirit. They're being influenced by something darker. Ever notice how some people thrive off of tearing others down? How they gossip, belittle, stir up chaos for no reason? That's not just drama. That's spiritual manipulation at work. And here's the hard truth. If they're spreading darkness, then they're serving darkness. Whether they realize it or not, they're being used as tools to attack those that are walking in purpose. And you're the target because your light threatens their darkness. Your presence disturbs their demons. But here's the catch. Once you recognize this, you stop reacting. You stop internalizing their hatred. You stop letting their attacks shake you. Because you understand who's really pulling the strings. So the question isn't just who's attacking me. The real question is, why are they so threatened by my presence? How to handle the humiliation ritual and overcome spiritual attacks. Right when you step into your power, the attacks come. Gossip, lies, public humiliation. Coincidence? Not a chance. This is spiritual warfare, designed to break you. But once you see the game, you stop playing by their rules. Now, here are a few tips on how to handle the humiliation ritual and overcome spiritual attacks. Number 1, recognize it for what it is. Don't take it personally, take it spiritually. It's not about emotions. It's about your purpose being tested. Awareness is your first weapon. Number 2, strengthen your spiritual armor. Ephesians 6:10 through 18 lays it out. Truth, righteousness, faith, salvation, and the word. You wouldn't go into a physical battle unarmed, so why face a spiritual attack defenseless? Prayer and fasting are your weapons. Speaking life over yourself, non-negotiable. Cutting off toxic energy, essential. Number 3, do not engage. Let God handle them. The enemy wants a reaction. Don't give it to them. Pray for them, but trust that God is preparing a table for you. Psalm 23:5. And last, number 4, transmute the energy into power. If they think humiliation will break you, let it build you instead. Self-care is strategy. Journal, pray, meditate. Your identity isn't up for debate. You are who God says you are. Remember that. Now that you know how to handle spiritual attacks, it's time. Final words, stepping into your power. Your light makes people uncomfortable. It exposes darkness. That's why the attacks come. It's not because you're weak, it's because you're powerful. So when they try to humiliate you, remember this. Shame only works if you accept it. Don't. Hold your head high. Walk like you know God sees everything because He does. No injustice goes unnoticed. The people that tried to break you, they're only building you. You are stronger than you think. You always have been. What was meant to destroy you is only making you unshakable. So step forward, walk in your power, and watch your enemies fall. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever been through a humiliation ritual? Drop your stories in the comments below. And if this message spoke to you, please like, share, and subscribe. Someone out there needs to hear this today. Bye for now and stay blessed.